Well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right. You found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
One. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Star Trek: Strange New Playtest. Tonight we're going to be playing. This is a special slot where we try out different games or new games or games that have got beta tests or whatever out, and we are playing the Celestial Algorithm, a quick start adventure for Star Trek. Adventures by Modifius, 2nd edition, and we're going to be playing the Celestial Algorithm, and somehow I've made a thing that was 4 pages long, an epic. Let's just go with that. But tonight's episode is called A Spoonful of Sugar, and tonight I've got some people here. I might not have everybody here. We have a player. Looks like our commander, Zathras Tukrov, cannot make it tonight. So it falls to Mortis or Jeff. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself? What's your plan?
Yes, I'm playing the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Voraal, Vulcan, and excited to be here. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so I'm ready to go.
Okay, Cam, are we topping that?
All right.
Where did you stay?
Hey, well,
what bridge did you sleep under?
I stayed at my house. So hey, everybody, I'm Cam, and I am playing Lieutenant Commander Bertman Drexel, the Tellerate Chief Engineer.
Rob?
Yeah, my name's Rob. I'm a longtime TTRPGer, and I also stayed at my house last night. And I'm playing the indomitable Zoe Hernandez.
Oh, is she
Science
indomitable?
officer.
Okay, and then Bat and Cleanup, Steve. I'm going to try something.
Oh, dear. Oh, we're going to focus on me. That's okay. That's okay. Hey, my name is Steve, longtime gamer. I stayed in the Beyond section of Bed Bath & Beyond last night. And I'm playing Lieutenant Junior Grade Rashid Kamal, Chief Helmsman, and apparently I'm being played by Tan France from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. With a Scottish accent, so he's got...
Fantastic hair.
It does have fantastic hair. There's a bunch of values for him that I did not know what to pick, so I just put I put one up there. Okay, so last week I believe we left you guys hanging out and looking at some whales that were on the front screen after you'd just been kind of pushed through into a new chamber after kind of unlocking a puzzle from the algorithm, if I'm not mistaken. And you had some hopes and dreams. And if I recall, one was a cold warp core restart, which would probably destroy everything. I believe that Orions were not what everyone was expecting, so what's up with that? And then I believe there was going to be an uncomfortable mind meld. Was the thing that was going to happen. And then I think someone asked, what's with the whales and the comms officer? So those were all the things that you'd hoped or thought might happen or ideas for next week. And now it's this week. And I'm not going to follow up on any of those. Okay, so when we were at is you're all, as far as I remember, everybody's on the bridge. I believe? Yes. Yeah. The captain was in a bad way, but we also have whales, and I think the ship is maneuverable on maneuvering thrusters. It doesn't have engines, right, Venjaxa?
Right. I shut them down.
Right. Okay.
There was a problem, and the only way to end the problem quickly was to shut everything down. But now we've got to deal with a cold restart.
Okay. You're angling for you're really angling for testing the extended task rules, aren't you? You just want to go in the corner and stack dice.
We want to see if they.
Yeah,
it is a play.
Well, the
test.
funny thing is they're not included in the quick start, which is funnier than anything. That's okay because I apparently didn't read how momentum works either. So this is a hell of a play test, in my opinion. So yeah, I forgot where
We're finding all the bugs in the home.
Yeah, we're testing the homebrew.
It's the home version of Jeopardy.
Yes.
But your heart brain is in the right place.
Yeah, my heart brain. Yeah, we invented a whole new species that was rather gross. I want to move here. I want to make an incident in there of that. All right, so we have a couple of things. We have the whales. We may or may not have anything to do, because the whales, if I recall correctly, were ill, Zoe, correct? I think Zoe was taking the point on scanning, and that's okay. If I don't know if you kept notes or not, and it's been a month, so I just rewatch games obsessively to get the watch numbers up. Don't tell anybody. But no, I did do the transcript thing, because you can grab our transcript, and it does actually a pretty decent job of identifying who we are. So that's not bad. But if I recall correctly, there were the two large whales, and I'm gonna probably bring that graphic back. And okay, there we go. I kind of like that picture. I mean, that was actually pretty solid. It was like Nickelodeon decided to do Star Trek. So the small green whale is ill or not doing well. The Orions seem to have, the Orion himbos seem to have assigned all of them names, which definitely completely messed up the commander, because he was not ready for that. Are you sending me why I'm wrong?
No, just the extended task rule.
Oh.
For later.
Oh, I'm just joking. Yeah. I'm never going to give you an extended task.
I happen to have the PDF of the 2E core book.
Yeah,
So
yeah. The mine hasn't. My physical hasn't arrived. But I'm preparing to turn my head and cough at any time, any moment when that physical arrives. So anyway, so the himbos seem to know a lot about the whales. Never got to the bottom of that. One of the whales is ill. Dr. Voraal is dealing with the captain's deteriorating condition, and I think that was it. I think Rashid was keeping the ship from slamming into anything.
Yep.
And and then the engineer, I don't know what you were doing.
I was just
keeping the
shutting
warp core
down
from
the
blowing
warp
up.
core.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We still should have thrusters at least, Rashid.
Yep. Yeah, I think that was where we were at.
okay. So what would you guys like to do? Me being the non-directed captain who's incapacitated, and the commander is just checked out because he cannot believe the Orions are not behaving like Orions. So he's grappling with that particular mental. I think we use the words you're not behaving like the stereotype, and it confuses me. So you guys can kind of go all at once or work among yourselves.
Well, yeah, Zoe is very concerned about this youngster whale.
Yes.
And would want to do everything possible to figure out why it's ill and how she could possibly help it,
Okay.
including doing a spacewalk and having to massage it or whatever she needs to do to encourage it to be better.
Well, I mean, we could mod a shuttle to go out there.
Okay. Yep. Yep. That would be good. You do have the old I think was it the F, that little kind of boxy retro shuttle that everybody has, and I wanted to double check to make sure this, believe it or not, is one of the official challenges, and it is so pathetically simple. Okay. So as your scans progress, you're finding out that the younger whale its life signs aren't doing well. The other two whales are agitated and clamping close to it. So that is definitely going to be a thing. Rashid, you've kept them. I think they made a move toward the ship and you kind of backed off, if I recall. You still do have the Sapphire Nexus, the pirate ship, in tow, so that is still with you. And what you do get is somebody calling up on the comms to help you out a little bit. Come on. All right, where did I put my... There we go.
Dr. Voraal isn't immediately needed on the bridge. He would, or she would, be happy to assist Lieutenant Hernandez in the.
Oh, you were gonna go and do the mind meld with me. So you were prepping.
Okay.
You're prepping in the chair while everybody else is figuring something else out. You do hear from Zara Kalex.
Just doing my mind meld and exercises.
Yeah, you're limbering up. You don't want to strain it. Yeah, what do those look like? Okay, all right, I like that. And while you're on the bridge, I'm just going to have this. This is just a visual, a screen idea.
Jazz hands.
Oh, I like. Oh God, yeah, that would be good. I think it would be funnier if we all really did that. Just everybody precision dancing.
All right, on count of three.
What?
3, 2, 1, jazz hands.
Okay. Oh, yeah, shake it out. So Zara calls up to the bridge, and I don't know who can answer the phone at this point. so it's between the three of you that aren't in the middle of a mind meld or mentally incapacitated.
I can take.
All right, Zoe will answer. She's
Zoe's sure shit not gonna
multitasking.
Zoe's not gonna let Venjaxa answer anything. Well, I am thinking I am Russian. I'm going to try Russian today and see if I can keep the accent for more than a second. You are seeing the whales, no?
See?
Let me see. Can you mark on your character sheet you have a point of personal momentum now for that? That's one.
Oh, I have one from last
You have one
week.
from last
I already
week
have
too?
one from last
Oh,
week.
well, looks like
I
you're
have
gonna have
one
two.
from last week too.
Oh god. Yes, they are. I looked here. The Andorian. He left his pad here. He's running. Could you please turn off the phasers? They're pretty
off.
whales. They do not need phasers.
Okay. Who's targeting the whales?
He was. Like your ship is targeting the whales. You check over. Yeah, if you want to, Venjaxa, yeah, that's confirmed. If you want to say anything.
Yes. We are targeting the whales.
That's right. He had,
Since the
he had his
captain's
iPad.
incapacitated, who can give the order to change the targeting? You want me to just turn it off?
I think.
I don't know what the chain of command is on this
Well,
ship
you're
yet.
a commander.
Like, am I in the role of Scotty at this point?
Yeah. It's you got 2 lieutenants and lieutenant commander. So I think you
All right.
may be provisionally in charge. Dr. Voraal is just a doctor, so we have no idea.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
not just a doctor.
Usually they're commanders, aren't they? The CMOs should be fairly high.
something. Yeah. Right.
I'm transferring phaser controls to the engineering station over here, and I'm turning off the targeting computers.
Okay. Yeah, but Zara said, yes, I'm. Have you got the scans? My boys, they seem to think that these are. There's a problem with little Gracey.
Do they know what the problem is?
We have maybe idea of what problem is with the whale. Yes.
It's the nuclear vessels.
Yes. I'm really working on this. It's gonna be going to Transylvania any minute. Let me see. What did we wind up? Because we actually did name it. We did actually name that. Is Humbergem diverticulitis. It's very common in the space whales. I'm writing that down. Last week, little Gracey, we take care of them. But you do not tell anyone. We take care of the whales. We take care of them.
Possible they have a case of anal glaucoma.
Our grasp of biology is frightening at this point. So we know what to do. Voraal, if you want to dip in and make a medical roll about that disease, either you or Zoe can science it at a difficulty 3, and you can medical it at a difficulty 2, and it would be reason medicine or reason science. Science is less precise, so that's why I put it up at difficulty level 3.
Reason med for me is 17.
Yeah, that'd be what we call godlike.
Okay. Would infectious diseases be a good focus there?
Yeah, actually, it could spread to the whole pod.
Okay. And
Last week she had gluten. It was horrible.
let's see here.
Talk about locking phasers.
All right, here we go.
Oh, the torpedo jokes. They make it themselves. You are such a funny boy.
All right. I got a 4, which is 2 successes, and a 15, that's 3 successes.
Okay. Yep. So it record two successes. You do know that there is a treatment. Sorry. You had 3. You needed 2. So
Okay.
Demon Accountancy says you have a spare point of momentum for a possible request if you need to make it. What you do know is that yes, the disease she is naming is a real disease, despite how it sounds. The these are creatures that feed on alpha particles and various things like that. And so they would, they could have gotten a hold of like beta stream radiation or something. If you want to have any, if you want to chase that down at all. But it may have ingested too many beta particles. But also it may exacerbate any kind of underlying infection the animal had. So it may have more than one thing going on with it. Because diverticulitis should be that challenging. And there is sorry.
With the one extra momentum there that we've got, can I ask a question then? Is it multiple infections that I'm looking at here in the scan?
Yeah, actually. It's superciliac. You guys want to give me any other things? What was the other one you guys had? It was superciliac angina. No. Acid reflux. No. Shit. No, I'm just going to go with bacterial infection at this point.
That's worse.
That's worse. So basically the diverticulitis is kicking off the bacterial infection. Why does it sound like we've all had kids go to the ER like this? But yeah, so and what you do know is there's a treatment, there's medicines for it. They are not in the ship's stores, and you'd have to compound them. Okay. And that would take about 3 hours of time.
Is that something we can put the staff of the
Yep.
med bay staff on working?
Yep, the med bay staff can get on it. Do you guys have any? I mean, Zara seemed to think that she could help, so I don't know if you wanted to follow up on that.
I was wondering if, since they feed on these radioactive particles, alphas and stuff, could they be emitting some kind of biometric field because of this illness that's causing the problems with the engines?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know enough about biology, but something caused our engines to go haywire.
Well, I think you and the science officer can work on that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Your rubber band is cutting into your cheeks, and it is so weird to look at.
Those are my tusks.
I know, I saw that, and I was like, man, there's some stuff going on.
Maybe Zoe will finally get to use botany.
Yeah, let's pretend, let's say they graze. So what you're looking at is anything to do with, any specialties to do with warp fields or biology are available to you. And and I'd say between you have to come up with like 6 successes on a single roll, a single task between you, if that makes sense. And you have you're sitting on what we would call a metric crap ton of momentum, so it's not like you can.
Right.
Okay.
I do have the focus of work drive. Would that be work fields?
Yeah, it'll be close enough.
Okay.
I figure, icy road, you know about how car transmissions work. You must be able to drive on an icy road. Yeah, it's probably the same thing.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to get Rashid, while they're working on that, do you want to start, because you're thinking about prepping a shuttle, correct?
Yeah, like one equipped for medical and EVA.
Okay. What you can do is you're going to bust it out of ship stores. Is this something you'd want to modify the shuttle? Like the standard ones are just, there to have rocks dropped on them by giant hairy creatures or crash. Those are the 2 things that shuttles do.
I presume that we have at least one medical shuttle, maybe. I mean, if not,
that makes sense. Okay.
I'm just guessing here.
Well, you can just make it so, because like literally it's your ship. So I think it's a good presumption that you have a medical shuttle or something that has like a stretcher in it. I don't know if the whale is going to fit in the stretcher.
No, but at least the medical equipment might give some sort of bonus or something.
Okay.
I mean, shuttles don't normally have a medicine score, but maybe this one does.
Oh, I think it does. To make it into something, because generally it's like an internal sick bay, and you're probably going to want to take and invert the sensors. Does that make sense? Well, I'm trying to think of something that can allow the shuttle's like use of its medical skill to apply outwardly, because generally I don't think you have healing beams that shoot out from shuttles.
No, but we could probably have the computer on board the shuttle, or maybe even have the ship's computer networked through the shuttle computer to help with the scanning.
Yep.
Can we modify the transporters to become like a giant hypo spray?
I'm just gonna drop a giant thing on it. Possibly. I like the shuttle idea myself. I don't know why, because the whole thing can be shorted out. This whole EVA thing.
Oh, I meant the shuttle. Yeah, I meant the shuttle transporters. If they had transporters on them, maybe they don't.
I'm going to declare that Discovery doesn't exist in my universe. Well, no, we are actually. Yeah, we're in the Strange New Worlds. We're in the Strange New Worlds aesthetic, which means the shuttles have transporters. Correct? Do we all agree?
Okay.
I believe they do, right? If they don't, if they don't,
it's up to you, Game Master.
Well, if they don't,
they do it now.
Ben Jackson fucking fixed them. So what?
Yeah, I mean, I am a transporter guy. That's where my focus is more lies.
Why the hell are you running the engines then?
Well, I also have warp drive.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of my abilities is transporter chief.
Yep. So Rashid, what I'm going to need you to do is to make some of the modifications to carry the medicine and help disperse it if necessary. I'd like you to go ahead, and that's a it's shuttly. It's kind of shuttly and it's kind of not shuttly.
Just to piggyback off of how we could get the shuttle to help here, or the ship, I think it would be feasible that you could basically link the tricorder to those systems and then utilize the scanning equipment off of those systems to boost the tricorder's abilities to get the bonus.
Yeah, okay. That sounds interesting. That sounds like it's worth a shot. I'm just getting the Rashid's going to be down there with a bunch of cables and wires then, or moving around Lego blocks.
The heck, we don't have Wi-Fi?
Nope. Apparently we don't have Wi-Fi in this era. We still have data cards, which is funnier than anything. Who's crawling in the Jeffries tube today? What I'm thinking of is for modifying the shuttle, it's a flight system. So I'm going to throw that into Con as a department for you. And
that works.
Probably it's fine work, so I'm going to say Con and Control.
That's fair enough.
Which are pretty reasonable. I know you're not kind of punching it, so fitness is out. But if you want to either go down there or just declare the moves, what I do want to find out is how's the engineer and the science officer doing.
You said we had to make six successes total.
Yep.
Okay.
And
is this like an extended task, or are we just rolling all at once?
Roll it all at once. I did extended task or a version of it for surgery, and that was kind of fun. But I'm just gonna have you guys go. Oh yeah, I can do this, or oh yeah, you're both making 2 scans and then comparing a theory, so you guys can pretend to talk about bantering about with hypotheses.
Don't be scared to spend momentum. We've got plenty.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was thinking. Now, if I use my warp drive focus, do I get 1 extra die? So I'm rolling 3.
Is that what the focus does? No, focus just
no, or is that
that improves your crit?
That just improves the it's the other things that give you extra.
Yeah, there's a couple. Those are your talents are the ones.
The values, right?
Values.
Values are talents. Values are the one-shot automatic success.
Yeah. Values are the one-shots and your guide to role-playing.
Yeah, your determination.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do have a value called if there's no solution to your problem, invent one.
Well, I don't know if that's really inventing diddly squat.
I guess not, because it's just a scan.
Well, you have a.
So I won't use that.
Well,
yet.
keep in mind, you already have a
use
focus, so you're doing well.
Yeah. And then I will spend 3 momentum to get 2 extra die.
Yar.
And don't forget to use the acute bio enhancer.
All right, I will use that.
Oh, what are you guys doing to me?
Zoe, so they're eating these radioactive particles. I'm thinking maybe there's some kind of biometric diffusion field that's causing the warp core to destabilize, and that's why I had to shut it down. What do you think? That's my phrase to roll the dice.
So basically, whale farts is what we're talking about.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay, so of the 4 dice I put together 3 successes, but I got a 19. Did you say that it was just a 20?
You're dealing with a standard crit range because I'm not a vindictive bastard like Monday. Monday, I hate going to work, and so the crit ranges are all over the place.
Yeah, we had that one that was 18 and up.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Well,
All right, so 3 successes from the engineering side of things.
Okay.
All right.
Doing some hypothesis testing here.
So reason and science, I think, is what you said before.
Yep.
So I get I'm going to use 1 momentum. No, wait a minute. I get a free, where is it? No, that's if the previous rolls were successful. So, okay. So I will use...
Well, somebody within your task did it, and since I'm shorting out one of your talents abilities to be activated, I think this works.
No, Zoe it has to have been a prior row that Zoe did in order to get the free die.
Oh, well, you scanned the whales, right?
Yeah, last session. Sure. Okay. And then I'll use 1 momentum for a 4th die then.
Yeah, the DM is super happy to because you were actually doing a task relevant to the whales, so I definitely see that as compounding.
All right, so rolling 4.
Jesus.
Oh my God. I got a 1.
That's 2.
And an 11, so 2 successes, 1 critical success, and then 2 failures.
Okay, so you got 4 on your side, right? 1 success, 1 crit, 2 regulars. Yeah, an extra creamy. All right, so you do have 1. You have 1 spare point of momentum if necessary. The big joyful answer is nah. Came back negative.
It was worth a shot.
It's like all that work. It's like you made me scan. But you do understand whale farts very much better. But they're not emitting any level of radiation that would be strong enough to interfere with the starship's warp drive.
Okay. So something.
Nor do they have a biometric field, because that was actually the real question you had is, hey, do they have this kind of field? Because nobody knows how they move around, and I feel that would definitely do an interference. I'm with you on that.
You've got it. You can.
And it seems like they would have to be able to warp or something, or else they'd just be limited to a solar system somewhere.
I believe, Commander, they are transaxionic.
You do have an extra momentum that you can either put back in the pool, or you can ask an extra question about maybe finding out about propulsion or something along that lines, or whatever you might want to ask.
Oh, you guys are doing pretty good making this shit up. Do you want to put it back to the group, or?
I can't think of any other question related to the scan we made. So from my side, I would just say give it to the group for later.
What do you think, Zoe?
Yeah, I'm thinking about. I've been thinking about a trait possibly, but I can't think of anything right now. So
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
That's fine. We'll just use it for later.
Okay, if it occurs to you, don't be afraid, obviously, to just sing out and say, "Hey, can I have backsies?" Why am I not seeing? There's because they put the frickin' chat window in the wrong spot for me. All right, so you do know at least your warp drive problems aren't caused by the whales. Keep in mind, I think you were having warp drive problems before the whales got here, or before you encountered them, but they could still have had kind of a wide dispersal. You do with this intense analysis, it's probably the very fabric of the environment you're in now that does that's doing it to the warp drive. And what I want you to do is, do you talk to yourself, or did you
sure, all the time.
Did you do a technobabble on the frequency alignments that's probably interfering with the ship?
Actually, I had a babble generator already ready to go. I said there were trace antimatter particles in the triolic polar thrusters. They're bleeding out of the warp core for some reason.
Okay, that's.
I had pre-generated a response in case I didn't find anything out.
Okay.
Other than that.
Okay. What I was hoping for is you might talk about the frequency of millicochrons that are needed to collapse the warp field, or every time you initiate it gets to 2.3728 megagenes with a 4 millicochron field strength, and I wanted the doctor to hear that.
Okay, well, it seems like those particles are escaping due to some frequency modulation, and we're looking at about 4 millicochrons in the frequency range of 2.7 times 10 to the 12th megajoules.
Okay, so apparently, Dr. Voraal, that you're picking that same frequency up on your medical kit, and that seems to be the thing that's messing with Zen.
Okay. Is it something that I can use my tricorder to possibly block it and see if that changes things?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, if you want to start setting up a resonance field.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want any help? Well, whoever wants to can try and help with that. That's going to be because it's a physical phenomenon, it's probably going to be an engineering and reason roll.
Okay. I can help with that.
Commander Burke, or is it Jaxa? Is the last name?
I guess, yeah. I don't know if Tellerite.
Commander, I could use some assistance setting up this resonant field. Would you mind?
I'll be right there. Anything to get these warp engines repaired. I'm all over it.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to just take a couple of successes to establish the anti-warp or the anti-particle trait.
Okay.
The cool part is Ensign Lenar's just sitting there spinning.
I'm going to spend one momentum since we gained one. I'm going to spend one to get 3 just for granted.
Okay.
Otherwise, we just end up sitting on them.
Now, is it going to be what'd you say, an insight engineering?
It was a reason engineering.
Okay, and will that be for me too?
Well, yeah. So you're going to have him take the lead. You can you can do an assist because it's probably I'm assuming you're probably going to let the engineer take the engineering task.
Yes.
So if you want to do a medical and reason, because you're just going to be either monitoring or you're interpreting it as a biofield.
Basically fine-tuning the field to make sure it's doing what it needs to do medically.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So you just need 2 successes.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 2. That's going to be with, let's see, do I have a focus? I've got computers. Should help me with that, I would think. That's going to be 2 successes for me.
That's if you're using the computer or something to solve the problem.
Aren't we using the computer to set up the resonant field?
Oh, I don't know. What are you using?
I thought the tricorder would be a computer.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe not.
Well, let's do that. Cam, why don't you tell us what you got?
I got 2 successes and then a miss, but it wasn't a critical miss.
I need some bad rolls, guys. Yeah.
Well,
So you
reason
you
in
do-
engineering is my god ability. 16. So
sorry, Jeff. Okay, you do manage to set up the field. I mean, this is a very local. My interpretation was that we were going to set up a localized one from the doctor's strike order. Is that what I was thinking of?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Not the whole.
Just to see if.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just to try to help my patient.
Okay. While you're doing this, you don't want me to do this. Why are you the one saying that? I guess I can do that. When you initiate the field, Ensign Tenman screams and collapses. But the captain starts coming around, so good luck with that.
He collapses.
Yes,
unconscious.
He lets out a yelp and he does the Chekhov. Yeah. Oh, thanks. I didn't want to do it.
the Chekhov.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good. Not gonna lie, I had it turned up a little bit in my ear here, so that
That's why I
kind of scared me for a second. But
that's why I didn't want to scream, because I don't know how loud I am at this point. But yeah, Ensign Linear Tenement, it did collapse.
Okay, well, Dr. Voraal is going to get right beside him and try to start figuring out what happened there.
You dragging the tricorder with you?
Yep.
He starts convulsing.
The closer I get with the tricorder?
Yeah, that's well, you walked up to him. He now starts convulsing.
Okay, I'm gonna shut down the dampening field that we've set up.
Okay. The captain was coming around, and so the captain goes back into her period cramps. And then, or something. There's some cramping going on. She's like, I was feeling good, but that hurts.
I wonder if we should switch it so the field's coming out of the deflector dish and it's external only to protect the ensign.
So Linear's
I don't know. It seems
coming around
while still helping the captain.
But the ensign's coming around.
Yeah, the ensign's coming around. It's like, oh man.
But yeah, once
the ensign appears to need the connection, while the captain, we need to sever it.
Yeah. But if we do it external, maybe he doesn't need him. I don't know. I don't know what's causing it. I'm an engineer, not a scientist.
Funny that you have one nearby. The bridge dynamic is just.
Can I set up with my tricorder, basically mimic the signal that we were trying to block and make it extremely focused on just the ensign while we cut off the main signal from the outside?
Oh, you want to? All right, hold on. I want to double check.
Basically,
yeah. Go ahead.
Basically, take my tricorder and try to mimic this signal that we just blocked, but keep it in a very tight bubble that's just going to be around the ensign, so we don't have until we can figure out why cutting it off is causing him problems, but in turn, hopefully helping the captain or the Commodore by shutting off the signal that appears to be now, we're realizing may be affecting her as well.
Yeah, she also is conscious enough to say, "It's Captain, I work for a living," and then she goes back into back into that.
Captain, Commodore, whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely raising her from the
rank versus position.
They both start with a C. Give me a break.
They both got more braids than us.
Yeah, exactly.
They're working still.
So what we've got is no, I did want to let you know that you'd only created kind of a field that was kind of tricorder big. Okay, so you didn't flip this onto the whole ship.
But now that we've done this once, why don't we switch it down into his little comlink, his audio comlink, and we could make a miniaturized version of it and just protects his head.
That could, Yeah, that's a great idea. But are you saying that the tricorder, what I set up on the bridge, would not have encompassed the captain?
Well, you put up like a bubble, right?
Yeah,
A bubble
right.
of what I interpret is you wanted a bubble that would interfere with the the mana. So you're going to disrupt the mana. And when you turned it on, it covered both of them. So you might be over engineering this a little.
Okay.
So you could just glue the tricorder to the back of the captain's head and just let her walk around.
Okay. Well, I think that's what Jackson is basically saying. Let's just make something that's going to work on a personal level, like a personal force field kind of thing.
Medical alert badge.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets the medical alert badge. Ensign Lanier gets
that way if she falls, she can get back up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Zoe wants to try to do some ship-wide scans while these changes or these fluctuations are happening, just to try to map the fields and figure out why it's affecting one versus another. To look for patterns.
Yep. Okay. Gotcha. So you'll do a comparative space. You'll do some Star Trek shit to compare these two people. Yeah, and also Lanier is looking at you, Dr. Voraal. What was that feeling?
What were you feeling?
I think I was feeling.
Can you describe it?
It was bad. I think the word is bad. It hurt. Hurting. And then he starts actually pinching himself. Yeah, like that.
And what he's referring to is when we shut off, we isolated him.
When you clicked on the magic taser, yeah, for him it was the equivalent of a taser. Yeah, when you turned it off, he came back to normal. But yeah, when it was on, he's now describing what he felt when it was on.
But he's back to normal. Also,
yeah, he's normal for what he has been the last few hours. He's not normal because he's still a mess. So he's still wandering around like he doesn't know what he's doing.
Okay.
We're
going to continue to try to figure this out for you.
Okay. Oh.
We definitely don't want to have you in pain.
Oh.
We'll work to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. He also looks at the screen and said, "What are those?" So he sees the whales out there.
Those are space whales? Is that what we call them?
Sure.
They're space whales.
Oh. How many?
Why don't you have a seat? There's 3 of them.
Okay. Where do you want him to sit?
Just at his station's fine.
Okay. He's going to turn his seat around so he can see out, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's just going to kind of look at him. He will attempt to get up and wander away from his seat occasionally, and you do notice that behavior. So he'll get up and move around a little bit.
I'll gently persuade him back to the seat when that happens.
I'm going to glue him
while we're trying to do something. Vulcan neck pitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was thinking, well, I'm not going to argue. When all the rest of the players are going, you didn't hear it from me.
There are not enough of us to witness this as harassment, so just...
Yeah, I do like that. Speaking of witnessing harassment, I am going to follow up on Rashid. I believe I sent you to the shuttle bay, correct?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Well, I want to, whether we do or not, I'm going to send you there anyway now. You're going to have to forgive me for locating a... come on. This is why I feel sad about things. Slide. Look at that. My secret is revealed. It's PowerPoint. It was so cleverly hidden in the past. Okay, where's drive? Because I actually have a shuttle bay, but it's not period appropriate. Are you guys going to be okay with the lack of continuity?
I'm leaving.
I mean, it's gonna really drag me out of my character, but I'll manage.
You're gonna manage? Okay.
Yeah.
I believe it was it Bajor Rising? Yeah.
Wait a second. We're getting somebody sloppy seconds.
Yeah, the whole thing is sloppy seconds. On-screen episode. Oh my god. Yeah, let's pretend that that's a shuttle bay. Everybody went there.
It's a shuttle bay.
Oh, there's more already on the holodeck. You guys missed that. I could bring that in for you. Okay, well, this is just too stupid for me to fathom. Yeah, while you're going down the corridor, I do have a corridor, so let's do that. For right now, we're just going to grab a corridor scene and pretend it's... Why? What? Well, that's cool.
That's a real cool...
It's a shuttle.
And it shows there are 2 transporter pads in there.
No, I think that you're full of shit. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the transporter pads in the shuttle.
Me either. But it's an escape route for writers.
It is. I've got psychic paper and a sonic screwdriver and a robot dog also on the short list of no, I don't think so. Let me see. Getting up to come on. Resources for Bajor. Okay. Sorry. Bajor Rising has a shuttle bay. And I just have to kind of grab it. Oh, fine.
Excuse me.
There. It's that or a holodeck. So I'm just going to have to do that. Copy. Paste. Oh, yes.
That'll do.
That'll do. I mean, it looks reasonable enough. Thank you for your forbearance. I'm going to grab the tiny shuttle with the top off. And Rashid, you come in and you're going to find some people who may or may not want to be here. Copy. Oops. You see, when you come in, you see they live in Gala here. And they are, they're arguing about how to get into the shuttle. They're both trying to figure out how to open the lock on the shuttle, because I'm going to assume that the shuttle has a key lock or something. So you totally have the drop on them.
So you guys looking to steal it?
Bah!
Or admire it?
They're both. You totally surprised them. They freaked out a little bit. Basically, they're like, well, we were gonna steal it, but we did want to get back to our ship, and the transporter room has kind of got a guy in there who is really cis and hetero. So we weren't able to do anything there. But then we realized the shuttle must have a transporter. Yeah, and also apparently it has a 4-wheel drive.
Four on the floor.
I like the idea that a forklift just drove by while it was while they were in there. But yeah, they're definitely blushing a deeper shade of green or orange. They're clearly embarrassed.
All right.
But also, I believe it's Galia, the orange character, actually starts admiring the way that you've had your outfit tailored away from Starfleet Specific. And that's going off of Rashid's character sheet. So
Right. Well,
security.
how long have you been here trying to get into the shuttle? I'm just trying to.
Not too long. Not long at all. Nope. We've just been here for a few minutes.
And
yep.
So you just couldn't get in. So your technical skills are in the dumpster. I see.
Yeah, that's Thelev is a little the green guy is a little more self-confident and not as completely tongue-tied and messed up. And he says, "Oh, we have other talents."
No.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Sure.
Yes, I want to do a whole Zoolander sketch if you guys are going to be up for that. I have a. I don't know if you guys wanted to take these guys over. I can give you what data they need. Does anybody want to take them over and I can tell you what their plan is? Or would that be too weird?
Sure.
Okay. Let me see if I can I whisper to Rob? Or can I send you how do I send a direct note in this damn thing? Apparently I can't. Okay. Well,
Discord.
Yeah, you can send a PM in Discord.
Okay. Everybody forgive us. I have no idea. Nobody's watching, so I'm just having fun now. We play for us.
It shows 9 people.
Yeah,
there's robots. Robots in the stream itself. Okay.
Could do with some robots.
What would robots be doing?
That's what we used to call things before AI.
With that fork truck again.
Bridge to shuttle bay. By the way, don't worry about those sounds. Those are my guys bringing some replacement parts out of the cargo bay next door and taking them down to engineering to fix the engines.
Sounds like a plan. What happened to our security detail?
I think I got Rob everything he needs to know, which I may have tripped. You'll just have to separate player knowledge from character knowledge to decide what's up. Sorry, guys. I took me a second to do that. Yeah, Gala is still like totally unsure about this because he's like worried they got caught, and now he says, "Yeah, but well, could you help us out? Can you get us to the ship? Can maybe you get us to our ship? There's some stuff over there that we'd like to have."
Well, I can't guarantee anything, but if you give me a hand and start wheeling those items over here, need to modify this shuttle, I'll put in a good word with whoever's left in command.
Yeah, they're dropping like flies. Gala like just looks at this big. How big are the crates? Does it look like anything over 12 ounces that he has to lift?
Oh, most assuredly, yeah.
Gala is just like, okay, this is for Gracey, and he just kind of like slocks over. Now, Gala is in supremely great physical shape, so this is clearly just him not wanting to do anything more than the bare minimum of anything that doesn't personally interest him. So that is,
he doesn't want to mess up his manicure. I get it.
Great manicures.
I understand that.
There's been lots of waxing that's going on.
Yeah. Now, are they what you've sent me?
Yes.
Do they don't want to share this for some reason?
Well, you're never sure how Starfleet's going to react to anything. So
sure, that's fine.
You can go where there's distrust on both sides because why aren't you pirates? is a is a problem, and also they're oh, let me see. Okay.
Okay.
Does that help you with yeah? All right. Sorry about that again, guys, but telepathy isn't affected, and that's just as well for me. Yeah. So Gala's gonna go over, and he's gonna. Is this the one? And he just looks over at a big silver crate, which might literally be the only one there.
Yes.
It looks like one of the.
I'll help him get it onto like a hover anti-grav pallet.
Oh, this is so technical. Oh God.
Yeah, Fellev is gonna go and help him. It's like
what?
Trying to press buttons to turn it on. How does this work? Is this right?
Go ahead and roll evens or odds. Let me know about evens and odds, and I'll let me see. Let's do
the red one. The red one. No, the red button. No, the green. Even.
You want even? Okay. My number is an odd. So bad things happen. Yeah, the one half of the grav cart comes up, and now it's kind of almost on its side. Rashid, before it spills everything to pieces, if you'd like to pull these bimbos out of trouble, and that is up to you. If you want to do it's a daring and probably either fitness or con, or no, it's daring and con. Because you're getting in there and you're doing a thing. Apparently somebody turned a light out.
Daring and con.
Yep.
Okay. Would evasive action as one of my focuses come in handy?
Yeah, you're going to evade that truck hitting you. So yeah, I'll go with that.
All right. And what's my difficulty?
It's a 2.
Alrighty. So
yeah, apparently Venomous did.
I got my 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, you do manage to shut it down, and it actually stabilizes correctly, and it's sitting there. Now it's sitting there hovering correctly. It didn't spill the cargo. Okay. Do you want to have them try and push it to the?
Yeah, now it should be
foolproof, right?
Should be.
Okay, evens or odds, Rob?
Odd.
Oh, I like that.
11.
I like that we're doing that. Oh, we matchies. Okay. That was kind of clever and disturbing all at the same time. Yeah, so we do manage to push the cart over. Gala is really having trouble keeping his mind on this task and is looking over at you. And it's like, are we going to be in time for Gracey? Are we going to be able to get this done?
Maybe we got to do something to shake this guy.
Like, and he moves with his hands down near his hips. It's like, shake this guy? I don't think he's going to go for that. But I mean, I'll try. Oh, lose him.
Lose this guy.
Okay, I got it. All right. Rashid, you can if you've got a security and either insight or I think there's perception as well, isn't there?
Insight.
Security.
Insight and security. What are you thinking, Jeff?
I think insight probably like security would be where if you're saying that he's trying to spot this subterfuge that's going on.
Yeah, this is not great subterfuge, but yes, insight and security to kind of overhear they're up to something.
Lieutenant, that was really a lot of work. Can you get us some water maybe or something? That was
yes. Yes, I'm thirsty. I am so thirsty right now. Kayla's not the brain trust. What?
Well, okay, so how many successes did I need?
I'm going with maybe 1.
Okay, so
Kayla's bringing it down.
You were asking for bad rolls, so I got a 3 and I got a 20. So I got a success and a complication.
Okay. So
this is gonna get stupid quick.
This is gonna get stupid quick. So what we'll ask you to do is you pick up another player who's not me or Rob, I guess, and they have to describe the complication in terms of you either overhearing or you overhearing this thing. Does that make sense, guys?
I'm gonna go with Jeff because I don't want none of that Borg nanotechnology, Cam.
Yeah, last time straight to the Borg.
Oh my.
Yeah, I know.
Could have been power rates.
Yeah, you did explain it to me what he meant, and it was like, it's better.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, Jeff.
So I've got to come up with something as to what he thinks he's hearing.
Yeah, you he's attempting to overhear something. He did overhear the actual conversation, which is we got to ditch this guy, right? Or we got to lose this guy. But you can then flavor what he may have heard, how he may have taken it. You know, it's kind of the unreliable narrator kind of thing. If you want to do that, he could have had his eardrums blown out. Fallen over while he's leaning
with all
in.
the fork trucks going back and forth by.
Yes.
He's missed a few pieces of critical bits, and it almost sounds like these two guys are trying to figure out a way to maybe include him in a menage a trois. It's what he's hearing.
Oh, yeah, that would be. I want to double. I want to really double. Quick, go out and meta. Steve, is all this okay for you?
Yeah, sure, but we'll take a shot.
Okay, I just wanted to double check because it's like we're moving into.
I don't expect it to go. I wasn't expecting anything to go any.
Oh no, we're just moving into. Well, I was thinking we're moving into rom-com farce is as far as we go with it, but anyway, I think we all established that this was Star Trek, and boots are straightened off screen. So you basically start noticing that both Thelev and Gala are they're behaving in a way. Yeah, they keep looking at
him, and they've commented on his clothing already. You know.
Yeah,
right.
You seem like Gala is really trying to work that cart now, so you're interpreting everything as if they're trying to come on to you.
Lieutenant, we really need to get back to our ship.
Oh yes, we do.
Special suits there.
Anything, but we'd really like some water. Are you thirsty, Lieutenant?
We have special suits back at the other ship that we need to get.
Replicator is on the far wall. The blue button. Just say water.
Oh, okay. Completely forgetting the plan, Gala goes over to the replicator.
All right, Thelev will go over too because we got to try to make a plan.
I'm sorry, I'm just so stupid, but this is great.
Well, no, and part of the nat 20 is that once I've sent them over to the replicator, I start my task, so I'm not paying attention to them anyway.
Okay.
So if they just bolted out of the room, oops.
Okay. So all right. So how do we get to the ship?
I don't know. We need those outfits.
Oh man. Maybe we could. Oh no, I think I think it was a good one. Okay. What if while he's in the shuttle, we take the shuttle?
Let's just take him with us.
Yeah, just take him with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Let's do it.
I think that'll work.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And it's so gonna fall right into what he thought he heard.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
The funny thing is, neither of these guys has pilot skill. I think they got like, I'm gonna go. They've got like this is their 8. This is their 8 skill, is piloting. They're just gonna give this a shot. They may have a 10 in transporter, but they're not that smart. Yeah, so they come back for the water, and they bring you a cup too, Rashid, while you're doing. How far do you think you've gotten through your refitting of the sensor array?
I don't know, probably just begun, so maybe 20%, 30%.
Okay, and we're just going to do this. USS Hamilton. Yeah, because these are the shuttles that we have to crouch inside of to get into, but we stand up all the way in. So this is that pan-dimensional shuttlecraft.
Intentional.
They're bigger on the it was a bigger on the inside thing because I think they built the
Time Lords screwed us on the design.
Oh yeah, no the model company did it. Because they built the shuttle for free for the show. If they got the rights to the shuttlecraft model kit, like AMT built the shuttle for them for free, but they built it at like 3/4 scale because they weren't going to pay it all. So everybody kind of screwed everybody else. So that was kind of why the shuttle was smaller than it should have been. But yeah, so they're gonna, if the doors are open, Rashid, I'm assuming that one of the things was modifying the transporter to act as a hypo spray, correct? Well, that was an idea.
I mean, unless they want to get a humanoid size aspirin, just beam that in.
That would be bad.
I don't think that would work.
A big pill.
Spinal tap Stonehenge. Yes. This is a big giant pill. So we're going to do that dispersion, which is not something transporters like doing. Scatter it. No. Yeah, so basically, while you're working, Thaliv and Gala come in. Hi, we brought you water. Hi, here's water.
Just pop it on the console.
Okay, are you back? Are you back here? Or did you want?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm back in the transporter tech area.
Oh, the transporter bunk area too.
Oh boy.
No, Gala on the way in said, "I'll distract him."
Okay.
Drive the shuttle.
Yep, I'm on it.
It's gonna be. He's got like we'll give him either a 10 or an 8. It is up to you, and I will not know what your rolls are anyway. You may spend threat as if it were momentum.
Gonna need it. So yeah, we'll use one.
Okay.
For sure.
So yeah, Gala's talking to you and asking, so what are you doing?
It's very complicated work, and I need to be paying attention to it.
Sits on the edge of the bunk.
Otherwise, the whales will get worse.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I heard a lot of dice.
Oh, it was 3, right?
Yeah.
I spent
it
one.
sounded like a lot of dice. All right, yeah.
Yeah. So I got 1 10 and 2 other failures. So just one.
I'm going to declare that's enough to start the shuttle and press the automatic launch button because I want this shit. I want shit happening like this. That's hilarious. Yeah, you feel as Rashid, as you are trying to get back to your job and you're more irked by Galia, I think, than anything else. You feel the shuttle like jolt and lurch, and what I'd like to do is get a daring and security out of you. And also, yeah, we should probably do daring and security too. So we got 10. We actually have 12s in anything that's kind of cat-like agility. Yeah, Gale is a mint. Is just there. He's fine.
All right.
He's locked and loaded.
2 successes.
All right. You stabilize yourself. You obviously there is a rough start. You see Thaliv is at the shuttle controls and is trying his best to pilot this, and in your estimation, rather inexpertly. The shuttle bay doors, of course, open because, of course, they fucking do.
Well, because there's a shuttle lurching at them at high velocity.
Yeah, they
somebody doesn't want damage.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, the ship's pretty good about that.
Is the captain coherent enough? Because I would probably notice that sitting at the engineering.
Yeah, that's why
thing. There's usually a little gumdrop light will come on, and I was gonna.
Yep.
I don't know if the captain is coherent enough that I should tell the captain, or if I should just take action.
Dr. Voraal?
Like, I'll look over at the captain.
The captain is Dr. Voraal. Did we re-erect the force field yet or not?
Yeah, the idea was that we were going to re-erect an external one, and then I was going to isolate the ensign still with the keep that signal coming to him.
Oh, okay. Because I just
paying.
thought we were going to hang a dog tag around the captain because the field was kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the field's small enough. Yeah, the field's.
No, you're right. But that's what we did talk about. I'm sorry.
Yep.
We did talk about
That's
doing
okay.
that.
I want you to start jamming unknown radiation into the ensign. That would also be a useful thing to do. Give that a shot. But yeah, the captain is kind of more herself and more coherent and lucid than at any time since she's entered the algorithm. And so what do you
think? We have Sheptiderium leaving the shuttle bay.
The what?
The shuttle bay doors are open, but Rashid did not request that they be opened yet.
Oh man.
Do you need a sit rep, or have you kind of been following along?
What?
I know you were a little indisposed.
What? Is Rashid taking us out for a joyride again? And what the hell are those whales doing on my screen?
Rashid's trying to take the shuttle out there to heal those things. They're sick. I don't know all the particulars. Zoe handles that stuff.
But the suppository's not ready yet, Captain.
Oh man. Well, I'm figuring Rashid's just doing his own thing, because I mean he's been dying to use attack run, which I think is kind of cool to see. I think you've got a special ability called attack run, and that's like, oh dear. Yeah. So what you can do is, all right. Well, give me. She just calls him up and says, "Rashid, what's going on in there?"
Okay. When the comm unit starts going off, I go to. There's got to be a weapons locker.
Yeah, I think there's a phaser literally sitting on the drawer there.
I point at one of them. I point at Philip. You grab that phaser.
What? You're telling Philip to grab a phaser?
Grab the phaser.
Well, right now he's busy not crashing.
I'm going to get listen to as much trouble as I can, because, well, little mischief can get you noticed.
Okay.
I'm not spending the value. I'm just saying.
So I think that's up to you.
Get out of the chair, because you're going to crash us into something. So where is it? Where is it you're trying to go?
Well, I told you we're going back to the ship.
Yeah.
What's it called? The
Sapphire Nexus, I think.
Sapphire Nexus.
Oh, can you make another saving throw against your 8, please? Because you got distracted while driving.
So, okay. Sure. I won't use a threat this time. So just 2.
Just 2. All you need is 1, because I don't want us to die.
Oh man, 3 and 4. Nice.
Finally.
2 success.
Finally, shit works. You not only that, you managed to clear the shuttle doors, so you are out into open space, and you do see your ship kind of hanging below the secondary hull, just off the aft.
Listen, Lieutenant, we really need to get back to the Sapphire Nexus. We've got some really special things there for you.
Do what I tell you. Grab the phaser. Point it at me.
What?
And just.
Oh, Gala is
because
completely.
You're gonna crash us into something, and that would piss me off more than anything else. So just do what I'm telling you.
No. We're going back to the Sapphire Nexus, and you're coming with us.
Wait a minute,
And how do you think that's gonna roll if you don't have a phaser pointed at me, schmuck?
Yeah, this one finally gets what you're doing.
There you go.
But it's like, oh no, Herod's been teaching me about this. Okay. Who's the one who's dealing with the BDSM Tellarite? Oh, and so he goes and gets the phaser and he like picks it up like this because he's not sure. He's obviously never handled a Federation phaser. But
this is going to be so the birdcage.
But he kind of holds it in both of his hands and look.
That'll do. That'll do. Pointing at my head. Okay.
What?
And I'm sitting. Just pointed at me in general.
All right. So he does have it.
I make sure to set the stun.
He does have it.
Just in case he pulls the trigger.
He does have it backwards. So he is holding the phaser backwards. So you're going to turn it around. Or just reach over and,
Yeah. Okay. Stun setting 1. You can't harm me.
Okay. Well, why would we want to do that?
Because I wouldn't do this of my own free will.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And he's going to get a more butch voice and say, "You got to listen to your pirate daddy."
Yeah, close enough. Why don't you just let me do the talking there, sweetheart?
He looks a little hurt that didn't work.
When we're all in position, I will activate the comm with the camera that'll put us on the screen.
Oh God,
Captain, they got the jump on me. I'd rather not get shot in the back of the head with a phaser at close range.
Oh, what the hell's going on?
The Andorian was right. They are all pirates, every one of them.
Oh,
Felev is still a little bit confused about this, and he's like, "What's going on back there? What are you doing? Why do you have the gun?"
Oh God, on camera, right? Yeah. Shh, it's a thing. Do you want to work on attempting to cover us? You can smooth over our stupidity with a command and presence roll.
Command and presence. Well, let's yeah. Well, that works.
You can have faith of the heart too. You have an irrepressible drive to do things that are dumb.
Oh, it's a 12. Oh, okay. Faith of the heart.
If you do actually, untapped potential is a good one too.
You know what? I'm gonna do that one. I'll spend the momentum to buy an extra D20.
Because the captain's not having any of this. She's about to ask a tractor beam to be engaged, but we may only have one.
And they're offline because the warp drive's down.
Oh,
and I'm gonna go.
Yep.
I'm gonna use composure, so everybody's sort of cool, calm, and collected, and nobody's the wiser.
Okay.
Let's see how many 20s I roll, guys.
This is gonna suck.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. No joy on any of them, but I didn't crit, so.
Oh, really? You didn't? You just fumbled through it like you were just can't believe that this is happening.
Yeah.
Oh man, an untapped potential only works if you succeed in a task.
Yeah, if I
God
succeed.
damn it. Oh man, that sucks. Nell's gonna...
You can spend your determination to re-roll everything.
Oh God, that would be hilarious. The one thing to use your determination in is a Three Stooges sketch.
It's a ruse.
Yeah, a ruse.
Yeah, so a little mischief can get you noticed. I think I'll go with that because we're engaged in mischief. So we roll all of them or just one of them?
Any number.
I think that allows all of them to be re-rolled, doesn't it?
Your choice. Yeah, it's like up to
I'll
to
all of them because they were all in the upper end of crap.
Okay. Now they're for sure on crap, aren't they?
Okay. 2 successes.
Okay. The captain's like, "Oh no! All right, well, we're gonna fix this. Xanthus, lock phasers."
No. This is spiraling so bad out of control in a hurry.
Crap on top of crap.
Captain, I took the phaser controls away from Xanthus when I thought that he was being a little overzealous. But I can transfer those back over if you want me to. I thought I was wrong. He's right. They are pirates.
If you guys want to do that, there's the out to stop the captain's action from science. Zoe, if you want to pretend that this isn't just us making shit up, go ahead with a science and a it's probably science and reason.
And this is for what, sorry?
This is to be able to use the line I just put in chat.
Oh, okay, I see.
Because basically,
play the phaser
we'll also
shot.
play in the phaser shot, and the engineer could probably do this too. High energy discharge in the middle of whatever this field is that you don't understand might not be the greatest thing.
Yeah,
Either one of you can say he'll spoil the milk or something.
One success, barely.
Okay, engineer, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna say that the phasers are not the best idea, just because of we don't understand the field that's around us yet.
Okay,
And we already suspect it may be doing something to the warp core.
okay.
Can I reason in engineering?
Yeah,
that,
I think that's a
more
reason.
Like presence, because I'm lying.
No, you're not. I mean, as far as I know, you're not.
Well, I
No,
guess
you're
I'm
not.
technically. I guess as
No,
far
this
as
is
I
the
know.
this
So,
is the
okay.
DM engineering a solution by removing player agency.
Okay.
This is the tale as
All right.
old as time.
Oh my God.
Crits.
One's a regular failure and one's a 20, so I got a complication on that.
Okay, pick a person, and what do you think is going to happen if you fire the phasers?
All right, Mortis, what's going to happen if I fire these?
So, but I'm supposed to give a incorrect answer, like.
Well, he's attempting to.
I'm trying to bluff the captain, and it failed miserably. Or not bluff.
No, you're
I'm
just trying
telling
to.
the truth,
Well, actually, yeah.
to not fire phasers.
Well, the goal is that, but you're trying to just analyze the interaction of the phaser beam with the thing. Right. The correct conclusion is it could be harmful to the whales. It could be harmful to the ship, because of all the energies involved. That's the correct answer. You have fun with that, because I'm assuming that it will be fire blast away would be the because the science officer already said something. Yep.
You got some conflicting, but the complication is that the science officer and the engineer look at each other and start arguing about what they think is the potential.
Oh, good, a debate. That's my favorite thing. That'll distract me from firing the phasers. What do you mean, spoil the milk?
I don't know if Zoe wants to engage in that or not. Sorry, man.
Basically, yeah. What the science officer says, the engineer says, no, that's not correct.
Oh yeah, you're both in a fight now.
I'll go off in a Tellarite debate zone and totally forget to transfer the phasers back to the Andorian.
Gracey is still suckling, so the nucleonic impulse from the phasers will cause a disruption in the consistency of the milk.
So there.
We got to stop that shuttle, though. It's being controlled by pirates.
Nella's gonna try and ask. She's gonna try and contact him. Contact Rashid. Say, Lieutenant, how could you let yourself be waylaid like this? There's a shaky phaser that's just going on.
I was in the middle of modifying the shuttle for our next mission.
Oh, no. How far did you get? Where are they going? What do they want? Yeah, what do they want?
I think they're trying to get back to their ship.
Why would they want to do that, gentlemen?
We need to change our outfits. Kalev yells over from the pilot's chair. He yells.
Oh, fellow says we need to change our outfits. Oh God, yeah. Give me that captain. Nell's gonna try and bring Karza to the bridge. Oh God. Yeah, we'll break this. We'll resolve this bit. Nella said, I'm about to blow my shuttle, one of my crewmen, 2 whales, and 2 of whatever the hell your crew is into atoms here. I need you to tell me why I shouldn't do that. And Zara, I'll just have Zara break and just say, because we run a tour, okay, and we want to keep those whales healthy. They're our bread and butter, and plus, we get 8,000 decaliters of whale milk from that, and that stuff sells well in the First Federation. It's one of the key ingredients to Tranya.
Key ingredient.
Yeah.
Good for good skincare products also.
Yeah. Can you imagine how Clint Howard would look without the beauty regime? So Zara's gonna spill the beans about that and say, and also we do, Gracey has had, or Gillian has had infections before. We've got medicine on the ship for her.
This is Gala's revealing this now?
Zara's revealing it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm just having the two NPC captains kind of lay out, bust out the plot with that, because there's an actual plot that this is not one of the things of. But yeah, so she just diffuses the situation. Nella's like, oh, why didn't you say so? And now Zarthus is messed up. You have what? You got to say that out loud.
Cephalavina conzoline to help with the infection.
That sounds like a dish at Sabaro's.
With mushrooms.
With mushrooms. Oh no, we're not going to cross that. We're not going to do Discovery. But yeah, Zarthus goes back into Xanthos goes back into shock because they're not pirates anymore. They're back to being weird humanitarian people. So he goes back into his shell. So they can reach the ship. I guess, do they tell everybody to stand down and not point weapons at? I mean, the captain's going to say, "Okay, why don't you three try and do this?" Does that sound okay?
Let's go.
Yeah, because we have the medicine and then we have the suits, and it's going to be cool. I've got to find something for you guys to do though. They do get up. I'm just going to have it take it as read. We'll just skip to the scene where Gala and Thelov are wearing suits. Like if you're familiar with Barbarella, they're in baked potato suits. These are exceptionally skin hugging because of course they are. I'm going to just put them out here with the whales. And the question is, Rashid, do you want to? They invite you to kind of join in, because your con skill is also your vac suit skill. And they said, "Oh, the shuttle might disturb them. These are kind of cool suits. They're actually, they ignore us. So it makes us look like one of them. They smell that, and they hold up the suit, and I don't know what it smells like, but they think it's it.
Yeah, I don't need to smell that. That's fine.
Okay. So they do hold out one of these like things that are about as thick as toilet tissue on a good day to you to put on if you want to come out with them.
I'd rather you shoot me with the phaser than be worn in this piece of crap, but yeah,
Gail was like,
I guess I'll help you out.
Come on, it'll be fun.
All right, Stella is
when you whine, you know that.
Yeah, he's prepping the needle.
He's prepping the needle. It's a big one too. For this, for anything to do with the whales or spacewalking, these guys have a 17.
Oh, it's the suppository. Sorry, he's prepping the suppository.
Yep. It's going to be fine. So yeah, and also that means that there's
big gloves.
Well, yeah, and the funnier part is that means that the crew down in the biolab is about halfway through their preparation, and I don't know, Doc, are you going to tell them not to bother anymore?
For
the meds, because the meds, the pirates have the meds.
Well, I'll have them stop if they're ready.
Oh, they haven't finished.
Well, I mean, they have their own meds for them, so I'll stop my crew.
Okay, Cameron, what does it sound like to be infinitely disappointed that you finally got to do something interesting, and then your boss told you to just skip it?
It depends on what the interesting something was.
Making medicine for an endangered species to save it, kind of the reason you came into Starfleet. The very reason you came into Starfleet.
Am I doing?
You're doing an NPC. Yeah, you're doing a med crew that's totally blank.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Jackson.
Nah, Jackson gives no.
We're skipping the engine repairs?
Yeah, Jackson gives no shits. No, this is because you're.
Okay, this is med crew. Dr. Voraal, why don't we finish this so that we don't have to rely on Orions all the time in case we encounter other cosmos cetaceans that have similar infections? We might as well prepare some and just have it on board.
Unfortunately, the expiration date on that would be just a mere few hours. It's a waste of resources, and it doesn't have a shelf life. So I'm afraid you need to discontinue, and we'll save the file so we can easily make it in the future if needed. We can put it.
All right.
Put it in a file.
Save the file. Yeah. All right. Click and save.
All right.
Yay.
Yeah, they're not thrilled. Let me see. Where did I? Was there actually there was actually instructions for this, but it's just basically a medical and reason roll. So that's all it is. So basically, we get out. Rashid, are you putting the suit on?
Yeah, I'll put the suit on.
Okay. It does not go over your clothes.
And I will route remote control of the shuttle through a tricorder or something.
Okay. I'm going to say that you've got probably, I'll just give you like an a bracelet that lets you do that, so you don't have to use that. But yeah, you'll have a
put it on my iWatch.
Yeah, put it on your arm. Galen and Theliver are like looking at you, like abrading the surface and going, not out of anything other than just it wrinkles the fabric and it bothers them immensely, or bothers Galen immensely anyway. So you can get the shuttle to get you kind of close, as it were. Is that what you're thinking? Or having the shuttle just hang?
Well, that we'll pull up close enough that we're not pissing off the whales. We'll get out, and I'll program the shuttle to just sort of go out of range for a little bit. Not out of range of the unit, but just to get out of the way.
Okay. So you guys are leaving the shuttle, which is surprisingly lacking an airlock. So, hooray for Star Trek. You guys go out. What I need is again the con and fitness for your spacesuit. This is just this is a level 0 task, so you don't have to roll it if you don't want to. This is just to get used to the suit a little bit and orient yourself.
I'll roll it just so we can have some 20s.
That's the spirit.
Here you go. So it was fitness and con, so that's 2 successes.
All right. I don't know if there's anything you want to spend it on right now. It was just a task.
No, I'm happy to dump it in the momentum pool.
Okay. And as you approach, the suits seem to be doing their job, but these are giant creatures. I mean, these are bigger than like a starship. So it is a huge, awesome thing propelling by you. You can also feel that electrostatic field that they talked about that causes them to be propelled, and so it kind of it makes your skin tingle, but it's actually incredibly pleasant.
Okay.
So it's not, it's like this. It's sort of like this. Yeah, I don't know what it would be like. It would be like something where your skin is warm yet. Yeah, it's like it's warm, but your skin's reacting like it's cold. If that makes any sense. What I'm saying is, it is not like anything you've ever experienced, but it is incredibly pleasurable.
Okay. I still took a tricorder with me, so I'm just gonna do sort of basic scanning.
Yep.
If I see it's upsetting them, I'll switch it to passive.
Okay. Anything you wanted to look for or not?
Well, there was discussion about the whole propulsion thing, and
that's right. Nobody's probably scanned them this close before.
How do they go at warp speed? And well, that's kind of my thing.
Okay.
And I'm sure the engineer I'm sure everybody would have a good time with that information. So
okay. What you'll do is, we're not. If you want, Jake, Jeff, we're gonna do that. I'm leaving that up to you guys.
No, that's okay.
You know better than to suggest that.
I mean, I like the idea that when you go swimming with the whales, it's actually this really cool feeling. But no, you just had to drag it into the gutter.
I've got it right here for you. My God, it's full of stars. Oh wait, those aren't stars. Oh God.
Oh God, that's.
The ship's counselor. The ship counselor's schedule is going to be packed when I get back. Oh Lord.
They're asteroids.
Ow. I was going to say those alpha particles do not have a lot of fiber. So what I'm going to ask for is probably control, and it's either engineering or con, because part of it's like you can look at it like in terms of it being something how you understand ships fly and how warp fields work, or it can be something more in engineering. So it's kind of up to you as to how you want to approach the scan.
Okay, so control and con, because that's probably my better shot.
Okay. Okay, what I'd like you to do is gather up at least 5 successes over the course of this. Over the course of this situation, you need to probably gather 5 successes to get some real good scans.
All right. I'm gonna spend the momentum and do a 3 dice check on this one.
And any crit will reset the counter.
Okay. And I'm no. So that is 2, 3, 4. So I did get 1 crit, 4 successes.
Oh, they're good successes though?
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, okay, got it.
7 and a 6, so that's all under.
Okay, so that's 4 out of the 6 that you did I say 5 successes or
4
in all the? Oh, you got 4. I didn't know how many I asked you to total up to.
6.
Okay. Yeah, in all the confusion, I forgot myself.
That's okay.
Yeah, so it'll take a minute, and you'll probably want to go to the next whale a little bit. Thelev and you and Gala, I think, are going to start beelining toward the baby, right?
Yep. Well, yeah, the back end of the baby, yes.
Okay, this is just weird because there was nothing in my instructions that required this. But okay. Yeah, I think mostly just to catch up to it. We're NPCs, so I don't know how much trouble we have to get into. We've got 17s on the suits, so I would just say roll a couple of dice to see if we critically fail. And I did fine.
Preparing for insertion.
Oh dear.
2 success, 4 and a 10.
Okay.
1 success. Sorry, it's a 17 for the suit. Yeah, so it's 2 successes.
Yeah, anything to do with the whales or the suits is absolutely 17s. Yeah. They can't be incompetent at everything. Was my my phrase. This is kind of why they were hired. Other than she likes just to look at them, and they're stupid. So that gets us close to the whale. Prepare for the insertion. Doc, do you have any opinions about this? Do you want the helmet cams on this? Does the doctor feel the need to...
I'm busy treating 2 patients on the bridge, so no, I don't need any of that.
Okay, fine. They're going to call over...
And you didn't take Culinar, so you're not going to be mentally prepared for it either.
Yeah, that'll be like... I'm going to have to go through 2 or 3 culinars to get this out of my head. Galia is going to call Rashid over and ask you to kind of come over here. This is really cool. We're both at the end of the whale with this giant thing.
All
We're
right.
about to launch into it.
Okay.
Like that log carrying that they do for special forces, where you all have to carry the log together. Yeah.
Right.
So you
I've
see
done
this
it.
about to start at
done
the back end, at the not mouth end of the whale.
Oh dear.
Does the science officer need shots of this? Because you've got a picture from Rashid's helmet cam, or from his tricorder. What is the science officer going to do?
I mean, I am.
Yeah, she's Zoe is keenly interested, but there's not much she can do there. So I guess she'll just kind of take notes and.
Oh, I was thinking that Zoe could say, "Get a better angle." I'm just saying, if you wanted to be that guy.
Yeah, I think we'll just carry on. We'll just complete
leave this on. Okay.
Rich to Rashid. Can you give me a camera view to see if I can see any propulsion units in the back of those things?
Yeah, sure. Hang on.
Excellent.
No.
That's-
I want a 10-minute V'ger flyby of that.
Feature.
Oh God, it would be the V'ger sphincter. Oh yeah.
This thing's got hemorrhoids the size of my head.
Yeah. It's like, my God, that's a Class J shuttle. Oh
dear.
Yeah. So if you do want to maneuver closer for a better scan and shot, because while you're taking this picture, this is a new whale, so you can get another scan as well, really close, in the propulsion area. Because they got tendrils and stuff.
Sure, Zoe will document it. She's going to write a paper on it or something.
Oh yeah, I would definitely write a paper or two. We've got so if you want to go with control and con one more time to just do the maneuver, it would be a difficulty level 1.
Control con. And that's 2 successes.
All right. Is there anything you want to do with your spare momentum?
Unless small craft would count, then it would be 3. But I'll leave it.
You are a small craft, so
okay. So then it's 3.
It is 3. You have 2 spare if you want to do anything magical. I don't know what it would be.
what kind of magical? No, I'll just pop them in the
learn something about the propulsion, maybe.
Oh yeah, you're in a really good spot, so you could probably just use those to get 2 extra dice for the scan.
Okay.
Yeah, because that would be a logical thing to do, is to take the momentum from your maneuver up over and say, oh, and that made my scan better.
Okay.
Yeah, less hand waving.
All right. I'll do that.
So I'll back you down here. I'm just going to back you down to 8, but you get 2 dice because DM's fiat.
Okay.
So yeah, for scan, you're looking at control and science this time.
Control and science.
And yeah, throw out your 4 dice.
Oh, 4 dice. Okay. Three successes.
Okay. With all that, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. All right. You got 7 out of 6 information points needed to gather. So you have at least taken pictures of it and gotten everything. Thelev and Gala have a bit of a heave, and yeah, it's magical.
Yeesh.
It's Counselor Troy, if she was here, would just say, "I'm feeling something," and
I'm sensing
great joy. I'm sensing what the hell is that? But yeah, if we'd have had any failures during that, it would have disturbed the whales, but we didn't have any problems. Zoe, if you want to take a scan after the insertion, yeah, that's like, I think that's your science, either science and reason, probably.
Yes. So I will use one of those momentum as well for an extra. Oh boy. One success, but I got 2 20s.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a dead kitten's worth of successes. Cam, you can't invoke the Borg.
I will not invoke the Borg.
Do you want to pick 2 people to each describe how the act of scanning may have done something, or how and I've got an idea for the act of scanning. I might, if you guys don't live up to my expectations, I'll take it away. Or the information obtained from the scan, which is, I thought was like kind of, is the medicine effective, was kind of the thing I was going to ask you to know. So you pick 2 people that are going to do you dirty.
All right. Steve, Lieutenant Rashid, go first.
Okay. So you had gotten at least 1 success, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, I'm gonna go light relatively. That when you're transferring over some of the footage, it goes into the trash junk folder and is prepping for deletion immediately. That's as far as I'm going with it.
Oh, you held shift down while you moved it to the trash can.
Okay.
You know, control. You did control delete.
RM minus F.
Damn it. Let me see. So now,
are you sure you want to format the ship's computer? No, whoa!
Just hit yes. Ah!
No.
All right.
Always move the buttons.
God.
All right, Cam.
Okay.
I
had a thing
All
of
right.
causing a stampede. Was my.
Well, I was thinking along those lines. I was going to say that it was firing up their proto-matter propulsion units.
Okay, I'll do that. That it trips them off somehow, because also we've got like 3 different energy fields running on the bridge right now. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm going to do is say you've tripped it off. That had them activate their equivalent of warp drive. So now
Get
you know.
out of there!
Yeah. So now you know how that works. They do have, like you said, they have their own energy field that is not compatible with warp drive, but it wasn't the problem with your drive. Probably in the way all this shit is, it's always going to be incompatible with Starfleet energy systems, right? I'm just going to drain out threat on top of it because I might as well. I'm going to drain all my threat, which is like I can bring in a battle cruiser for that much. So, Dr. Voraal, the captain collapses in agony, and you may need to institute that emergency mind meld.
Okay, I will move to do so.
Okay. And you can...
Zoe does. Yes!
Yes! I put the captain down.
Oh, she gets to take command. That's why.
Oh, God, there's like few people left. Yeah. So he's moved on up. Rashid, Gale, and Thielif, we are in the middle of a bunch of whales moving like crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cliffhanger that. You know, us caught in the middle of the frickin' stampede, right?
Oh, yeah.
But I do on the bridge want to do something where Dr. Voraal and Nella, because actually the one set I'd actually prepared, I'm gonna goddamn use tonight for our next cliffhanger.
Okay, better use
This is my next cliffhanger. This is my cliffhanger. this worked. There's resources. That's resources Bejor, resources Challenger. Okay. I'm just going to go your thoughts to my thoughts to your thoughts. Boop, boop, a-doo, right? Do you have a... I don't know if you listened to Steve Shives when he had them talking like Klingons or something. He did one where they said, ippity, skippity, bippity, boo, where they talked to Klingon at the end of an episode. What kind of Vulcan thing do you want to put on, and where are you putting your hands on the joined trill?
I'm going to put one hand on the face in the typical Vulcan fashion, but then my other hand is over the region where that would be.
Okay.
And basically a full 5-finger contact on that.
Go all the fingers?
All the fingers.
All right. What I would
You made that way dirtier than that should have been.
All fingers. We're doing great with innuendo because I don't think we've dropped an F-bomb like how those people on Monday are dirty.
Yeah, those Monday
people
throwing out F-bombs and board probes.
But what I need is a. Can I make this daring because it's in haste, which is probably your worst stat.
Mind meld. It says here this always requires a task. Normally, control plus science. Doesn't say that it has to be. So I'd say that's a. You can...
I'd like to do daring in science because this is kind of an emergency situation.
Yeah. That's my best.
Okay.
2 stats.
And what I'd like to do is up the complication range because it's a joined trill that you've never done this with before, and it's 2 minds.
Okay.
So I'm going to say you got an 18, 19, or 20 complication range. 2 successes to establish the link solidly. And I have no idea what will happen because I'm going to ignore the answer no matter what.
Let's see here. Would psychiatry give me a focus?
I believe so. Yep.
Okay. I am going to spend a little bit of momentum here. I'm going to go ahead and spend, I think I'm going to spend 3 for 2 extra dice.
Okay.
All right, here we go. This is, I've only got an 11 here. Well, what was the comp range?
18, 19, 20.
18, 19, 20, huh?
I'm a bastard.
Okay. That's awesome. All right, so I've got, with the focus, I've got 2, 4, I've got a 3 and a 3, so that's going to be 4 successes.
Okay.
But then I have 1 complication on top of that.
Okay.
And I just missed having another one. I have a 17, so.
Okay.
17 and a 19. So 4 successes, a 19 for a complication there. Unless you would let me take, you said I got to have 2 to make the contact?
Nope, you need 2 successes. Which I
so
think is enough.
Unless you would let me take my extra 2 successes and quash that complication.
I'm not. Stephen, I sent you a note, I think.
Yes.
All right. What I'm going to do is Rob is writing something, but he's typing too slow, man. He's typing too slow.
Oh, no. I was clearing out I had some old stuff that didn't get sent.
What's my browser history? Oh, man. I want to hear the lost. These are the lost episodes of the Celestial Algorithm then. You're standing in the middle of a plane you've done the mind touch, but again, as with Vulcan mind melds, they always go sideways when it's fun. And so you've got a bit of a mindscape going on with Nella and the worm, with the worm Zen, right? The symbiont. So I'll get a Mr. Mind puppet here in a minute. And you're just standing around looking, and Zen is like kind of, where is this place? And as you're starting to look around, a figure emerges from the mist. And Stephen, you get to pick who that figure is.
Oh my.
Now, is it the old one or the new one? Young one, old one? I like the idea of a Captain Sulu.
Yeah. Oh, it's Captain Sulu.
Okay. Captain Sulu walks out of the mist. And what I also need to do is, will you guys pick movie era characters who would also be in here that will be era appropriate to Captain Sulu? And then everybody for next week gets to decide, or next session gets to decide, what adventure is Zen reliving that involved those three characters? Does that make sense? That's where we're going to... Oh, that's kind of a rotten picture of him. Yeah, he's not Helm, he's fucking Captain. There we go. Yeah, if you guys want to really mess up that one episode where, what's his name showed up. We're not going to do the Voyager episode unless we really want to.
But we can take crew members from them.
Yes, you can take crew members. But what'll happen is when we resume next week, we're going to be playing inside of Zen's memories. And so, does that make sense?
Okay, I'll go first. Zen is reliving a diplomatic crisis that it had been tasked with diffusing during a prior host.
Prior host? Okay. Let me see. I'm going to go with diplomatic crisis. Actually, that's what we're going to do for hopes and dreams for next session. Okay. Diplomatic crisis. Cam, have you got anything layered on top of the diplomatic crisis? As long as it's not Borg, I'm good.
No, it involves the Suliban messing around with the time stream.
Ooh.
Because it's been a long road for Zen, you know.
Oh, God. Okay, so this is going to be like an Uncharted thing of...
So it could be reliving an NX-01 to NX-2000 crossover.
I would buy that comic book.
Yeah, I would too. That's why I thought of it.
Okay.
The Suliban met old Zen and then threw her into the future.
Okay.
With the Excelsior.
And Stephen, what...
Which would be hilarious because Scott Bakula played a time traveler, so I would expect Captain Archer to say,
quantum leaping.
"Oh boy."
Yeah. Do you?
Oh my God, this is getting really good.
Stephen, do you have a? Yeah, because I was going to ask for a third thing. Did you want to yes and that to an oh boy situation or?
Well, it's just
Archer's there.
These two captains met, and. Yeah.
Okay. This will be the episode of the three captains. I hope we're all here for this. I hope you're all down for the stupidity that's going to happen. But you three will be playing. Well, you've got Steven's got Captain Sulu. Somebody gets Archer, and that's also whoever doesn't want Archer can also pick another iconic character if you can jam it into kind of...
Oh, absolutely. What about having either Gorkon or Chang show up?
Ooh.
It's up to you. Chorkon?
If you want to go with the captain thing, it would be Chang.
Yeah, it would be General Chang.
General Chang. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
I didn't know who wanted to take, if you wanted to take Archer or...
Yeah, I'll do Archer.
You do Archer? Oh, we'd all do Archer. Yep. Sorry.
I mean, that also fits with the diplomatic thing that was originally stated. If you know...
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
true. Oh, no, I
think
that this could wind up being that pre-Kittimer crap, which I think is what you were headed for. Cam, do you have an iconic... This is one of my few times I'll just deep dive into the lore because we're all comfortable with this shit.
Well, I think since Captain Sulu's there, we've got to have Tuvok there.
Fucking A. Which Tuvok?
Well, the ensign Tuvok or whatever his rank was at that time.
Oh,
You were thinking about the evil Tuvok?
No, I was actually.
No,
I was actually
the
thinking
Chieftain
about the one
Tuvok. Yeah, that would be hilarious.
I was thinking about the Tuvok that was already going back in time with Janeway, but that might be too much of a problem.
Oh, yeah. Well, that could be cool.
All right. Well, I'll put in Ensign Tuvok
cool
for the moment.
Why don't we do that? Let's throw in Commander Tuvok with the Voyager uniform.
Okay. He's a bit of a stiff. I hope you figure things out. But yeah. All right. I think everybody's got an assignment. What I'm going to say is thank you guys very much for doing this, forcing me to spend all my momentum. Or all my threat, because and also thank you for making such terrible die rolls, because that actually felt organic to me. That it's like, oh, you blew the scan and now you got a stampede and now the captain's fucked again. So congratulations everybody.
There it is. I knew we'd get that in there.
Yeah. Oh crap.
Oh, we got
our F, and it was the DM that did it. Okay. Well, there are plenty more F-bombs to be had on the channel. I'm just Mr. Transition. And what I'm going to say is thanks everybody for all of you who are watching. I'm hoping that the lack of chat was just my thing, not advancing. But if it was, great.
Or they were all just so enraptured in the storytelling that they couldn't think of anything to redeem.
That makes me feel better.
Either that or we scared them away.
We scared them away with the whale crap. But anyway, we have on Wednesday, we've got Dungeons of Drakkenheim, episode 8, Best Laid Plans. Last time, the crew sold off their delirium space coal and learned a valuable lesson about seller's fees. Oh, crap. Why does everything turn into that? With a few leads at their disposal, a new plan of action must be made. Which direction will the party go? No matter which way they head, one thing is for certain. They're going to feel like they're being watched. But by whom? Join us and find out. On Thursday at 8:30, the show that started it all, which is Rifts. Megaversal Mayhem, Episode 6, Reawakening the Rift. The group pulled a confusing ruse to gain entrance to the laboratory. Surprisingly, however, the reunion was cut short as King Erdeman began smashing consoles and opened a rift that allowed a behemoth to cross through. How is this battle going to go? Find out. And also, that's what chat's for. You just make that thing. I want a TPK on rifts. I think they just need to stop. And then on Friday, our anchor show, Star Trek Cookie Trek, the motion picture, the cash grab continues. The former crew of the USS Fan Service has moved on after the series finale in which they were all killed, and we don't know how they came back. However, there is a presence reaching out to them, but who or what is the enigmatic Tarasta? And will Zahn ever stop hanging around in the background? And then finally, on Sunday, Tomb of Annihilation, The Wrath of Grapes. After Scrod ripped a demon in half, a literal demigod rose from the ashes with a desire for revenge, but ended up with a babysitting gig. Through a series of unfortunate animal handling checks and Looney Tunes shenanigans, DM Dave, who was temporarily a cow, was almost killed to death. However, Jaeger's quick thinking saved both him and the cure. Which is a character, by the way. A short, long rest later, and the party opened every single magical wardrobe in the room at once, releasing a flood of enemies intent on their destruction. What is next? Well, you can decide. And then this back to Monday. This is back in business. Rule 39. Don't tell customers more than they need to know. The crew is taking advantage of this, taking the advice of the strange Ferengi, who is clearly not Grand Nagus Ram in disguise. And they are making their way to Epsilon Prime in the Delta Quadrant. Will they be able to leave their troubles behind and still manage to collect their passive income? Did Lara finally get some medical supplies, or did Dravok use them to restock his inventory? And will the crew ever forgive Gorath for letting Noit play the harpsichord? Find out when we start a new journey on the Great Material Continuum this Monday. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to see if I can set us up a raid because we need to let all 4 of our followers do this. And folks, everybody out there, please kind of subscribe. Check us in Discord. We're in the same. Who is it that we're following? Are we following anybody? Yeah. There's Heroes of Greyhawk. What do you guys think? Heroes of Greyhawk, Sky Metal, Tales from the Blue Cottage. I don't know. They're all D&D.
Sky Metal.
Sky Metal. I like that. We are following them, so I'm going to start the raid there. Hopefully they won't do anything. Sky Metal Iron Gods, 5th edition, Interlude 1, Scrap Wall is the name of it. So it's going to take a second to charge up. And again, thanks, guys. Hopefully we will make all your dreams come true for what happens next. I want to give everybody a goodbye, and I'm going to start us on the raid now. Bye, guys.
All right. See you later.
See you later. And now it's all for YouTube.